Hello, guys. My name's Evelyn, and this story is about my disastrous marriage to my husband, Cole. I will be using fake names, and sorry for that. I can be easily recognized, which I don't want at all. A lot of details here are unknown to people around me, and I want it to stay that way. I'm getting old and I don't want to be the center of gossip again. Just wanted to share my story with you guys as a cathartic experience. I married Cole when I was 38. Before that, I had an amazing husband who died from a rare heart condition. He was the love of my life and I still grieve for him sometimes. We never had kids because I am actually infertile. I don't have any regrets though. God sent me an amazing stepson, Sean, who is the son of Cole. Cole and I met through a work event. He had a high-paying job while I was newly taking over my late husband's business. Now, let me just say that my late husband was hella rich. He built his business from scratch and took it to the highest level. After his death, I inherited all of his assets since he was an orphan with no family. So you can say that I was rich as well. Well, Cole and I developed a nice friendship before finally dating after 2 years. We got married soon and lived a good life. However, his ex-wife Riley had always been a point of contention. She was invited to our wedding because of Sean, but she looked sour the entire time. She told me, "Don't think so highly of yourself, Evelyn. Cole doesn't love you at all. I'm the only love of his life. He's marrying you because of your money." "That's wrong, Riley. Cole loves me and I love him too. He has a good job and doesn't need my money." "Yes, he does have a good job, but it was never enough for him. He always wanted more. That's why he left me, you know. I wasn't able to get a nice job and was draining his resources. But don't you worry. I am all set to receive a big inheritance soon. After that, I will have Cole back to me." I was alarmed at Riley's words, but didn't take her seriously. I thought that I knew Cole well enough to disregard her horrible words. I chalked her up to being jealous and obsessed with Cole. Well, I was right about that, but I had misjudged Cole. I didn't know that yet. I only put up with her because of Sean. Now, I won't say that Sean was very fond of his own mother. Why? Because she used him to make Cole stay with her. The poor kid was being used by his mother. That is why, when he got me, he was finally happy to have someone who loved him. The wedding was over and my life progressed perfectly. The trouble started just 2 years after our marriage. Riley suddenly inherited a huge estate and a big mansion from a distant uncle. Cole was shocked to hear this news. He said, "Damn it, why did Riley have to receive such a big inheritance now? She didn't have a penny when we were married." "Who cares, Cole? You are not in that toxic relationship anymore. You are with me. Yes, I am happy that Sean will have a better life now." "Riley won't be spending all her money on Sean. I wonder what she will do with the rest. There is so much she could do. I know she'll invest it and make her fortune bigger. She couldn't do that when we were married." Cole started to obsess over Riley's fortune. It was bizarre and super frustrating for me. I had no idea why he was so obsessed with her money. We did not want money anyway. I had a large fortune and we were living comfortably. Yes, I did sign a prenup and refused to put Cole's name on my house, so Cole had been a little pissed at me for a while. I just thought that he was frustrated, but I didn't know that he was secretly going out with Riley. No, there was no affair. I checked that already, but he often went to expensive places with her and Sean. He always said, "I'm doing this for Sean, Evelyn. He deserves to have his 2 parents together at times. Why is this such a big deal?" "You are canceling our date plans and hanging out with her, Cole. Sean doesn't even want to go that often. He has said so himself. Still, you keep pushing him and spending more time with Riley. It's making me uncomfortable." "You are such a jealous and insecure woman, Evelyn. Stop being such a nag. Sean likes to go out with us. Don't tell lies. I wasn't lying. Sean often complained that his parents take him to dinner and then just talk between themselves. He was left out and sat in silence. He didn't even get a say in where they would go. Riley always made Cole choose and did whatever he said. Me and Cole had countless arguments about this, but I stupidly stayed with him. I thought that maybe Cole was really telling the truth, and he was only doing this for Sean. He wasn't, of course. All this came to a head when Riley was diagnosed with a terminal illness. She was admitted to the hospital where Sean and Cole both went to visit. The doctor said that the prognosis wasn't good and she only had up to a year to live. Sean was devastated, of course, and even Cole was upset. I felt bad for Riley too. It's not easy to digest this information after all. Sean and Cole both regularly visited the hospital until she was discharged. A day before she was discharged, I came home from work to see Cole packing his bags. I was confused because he had more bags than needed for a business trip. I said, "Hey, Cole, what's up? Why are you packing your stuff? Are you going on a business trip?" "I'll be moving in with Riley tomorrow, and I'll also be filing for divorce." "What? What are you even talking about, Cole? Why would you do that? Please, tell me what's going on. This is ridiculous." "No, this is not ridiculous, Evelyn. Riley gave me an amazing offer. I think it is in my best interest to move in with her now. You made me sign a prenup and didn't have my name on your properties. Well, guess what, Evelyn? Riley has promised to do that for me." "What? Riley promised to give her estate to you? This can't be real. Are you sure she's not tricking you, Cole?" "No, Riley is not tricking me. She is my one true love and the best wife ever. She trusts me. With her $20 million estate, she is a way better wife than you. I regret ever marrying you in the first place. If Riley had gotten her inheritance sooner, I wouldn't have left her at all." Guys, I can't describe to you what was going through my head at that point. I felt like my entire life was a lie. Riley was right all along. Sean was also right all the while. None of them were making up lies about Cole. He didn't love me. He married me only for money. It wasn't just a dig at me and my average looks. It was the truth. Cole didn't love me at all. He threw me out of his life the moment he got a better deal from Riley. I can't believe I loved and cherished this man. Instead of sadness, hatred and anger were brewing inside me. I wanted to scream at him and call him names, but I didn't do any of that. I silently listened to him rant and left when he was done. I went to the kitchen and started to cry. Cole was still packing in our room and I didn't want to be there anymore. I felt used and was even disgusted with myself. That's when Sean came and sat beside me. He was looking down at his feet, not saying anything. I took a few minutes to compose myself. Then I said, "So, you know about Cole and Riley then? Cole is in our room packing his bags. Your mom has managed to get him back after all. Money and property was all it took. God, I am so dumb and stupid." "Don't say that, Evelyn. You're not dumb or stupid. You are the only person who cared about me. All my own mother did was use me to get back Dad. And my dad knows nothing beyond money. You have no idea how much your love and care means to me." "Thank you for telling me that, Sean. I really do love you like my own son. That will never change, even if your dad moves out. You can always come back here. You are my son and I love you. Always remember that." "Thanks, Evelyn. You have no idea how much it makes me happy to hear that. My dad is an idiot who lost such an amazing woman like you. He will regret his choice. Just wait." "I'm sure he won't, Sean. You are right. Only money makes your dad happy. Now that he knows that he has a big fortune coming, he will never be unhappy. He will have a $20 million in assets after all. Suddenly, Sean started to laugh through his tears. No, this was not sad laughter at all. He laughed like he found my words super hilarious. I looked at him confused and tried to understand why he was laughing. He stopped suddenly and said, "Where did you get such ridiculous news, Evelyn? My dad has a single house to his name and nothing else." "No, he doesn't, but your mom does have a $20 million estate. She has promised to give it all to Cole if he moves in with her. That's why he's leaving so suddenly." "Oh God, Evelyn, I should have known that you were in the dark. My mom is nothing but a scheming witch. Do you know why Mom said that? Because she wants to win against you, and she always wanted him back." "Yes, but Cole will profit a lot out of this deal. He will get her assets after all. I'm confused as to why she's not leaving you anything." "What will she leave me, Evelyn? My mom is broke as shit. She doesn't have money at all. In fact, she has a ton of debts, some from her horrible spending habits and some from her medical expenses. There are no 20 million estates anymore. All of it will be sold to be paid as debt after she dies. If Dad is stupid enough to sign whatever she gives, he will end up shouldering an extra 5 million in debt, actually." I was shocked by what Sean told me. It all started to make sense why Riley wasn't leaving Cole anything. She had nothing but debts to leave. I guess she wanted Cole to shoulder everything while also showing that she won by getting him back. Riley truly was a big mastermind. She knew exactly how to use people to get her way. I started to admire her sharp thinking. I said, "Wow, your mother is something else, Sean. Now everything is making sense. So Cole has no idea about her debts?" "Not at all. She never told her about all the things she did. She didn't want Dad to move away from her. Dad would have run if he knew that she had only debts." "And you are not going to tell him?" "No. Evelyn, I am not going to tell him. In my mind, he deserves what's coming. I gave you this information so that you can decide if you want him to know. So, do you want to tell him?" Sean's question swarmed my mind. Did I really want to warn Cole about what he was getting himself into? Did I want to give him a chance to save himself? Well, the simple answer is no. I didn't want to tell him. He married me for money and left me for money. He played with my feelings and betrayed me. I wasn't going to forgive him. I wanted revenge, and I wanted him to suffer. I made up my mind and said, "No, Sean, I don't want to tell him. I'm done with him treating women like they're disposable. And I want him to pay for what he did to me and you. I want karma to come for him." That's what I also want, Evelyn. I'm glad you finally made the right decision. I am with you on this. It's time we get our revenge, isn't it? He has made us suffer a lot and used us for his own benefit. Together we will see him pay for his sins. Sean had a gleam in his eyes when I said that. He was waiting for his dad's schemes to backfire on him. He still wanted me to have the chance to decide what to do. He knew that I loved Cole and would probably be hurt seeing him suffer, but I was done with that man too. The next day, Cole moved to Riley's place early in the morning. I saw him go and didn't shed a single tear. He didn't even say goodbye because he was in a hurry to get his assets. I didn't care, of course. By then, I already knew what a vile and disgusting man he was. I was happy to have him out of my house. I took this chance to file for divorce and used all the evidence I had against him. Meanwhile, Riley was having a gala time with Cole in the house with her. She texted me a selfie of her with Cole and said, "You see this, Evelyn? I finally got my man back. No matter what, Cole will always love me. You were only a temporary distraction for him. At the end of the day, he was bound to come back to me. Congratulations on finding your lost love, Riley. I'm happy to see that you have finally got what you wanted. It would have pained me to see you die without having what you wanted. Thanks for taking him off my hands, Riley. Just make sure he signs the divorce papers as soon as possible. Maybe then you'll even get a wedding before you pass." Oh, don't you worry about that, Evelyn. I have all those plans in mind. Once you send those divorce papers over, he will sign them ASAP. I'm just afraid you'll make things difficult. You can be assured, Riley, I won't make things difficult at all. I just don't want to give him alimony or any of my assets. Plus, I want custody of Sean as well. I was in his life for 5 years and I deserve it. Riley agreed to my conditions and promised to send Cole over to a neutral location to talk. I was surprised that she gave up custody of Sean so easily. I guess now that she had Cole, she didn't need her son as a pawn anymore. Riley and Cole were equally disgusting people, but I wasn't about to tell them that just yet. I didn't want to slip and tell the truth to Cole. Anyway, I thanked Riley for cooperating and asked to send Cole over to finalize everything. Cole came over and agreed to all my demands. I didn't ask anything from him, and he wanted to get divorced fast. I guess he was afraid he would have to share his new assets with me. I was laughing inside while he kept specifying that he would never give me a penny from Riley's estate. In the end, the process was swift and we both signed the papers. Days passed and the judge gave us 6 months of separation. Those 6 months also passed in a jiffy. Sean alternated between staying at his mother's house and staying with me. I was okay with the arrangement since Riley didn't have much time left anyway. So 2 months after my divorce, Riley passed away. She married Cole just a month before to flaunt her man-stealing skills to the world. Not my words, these are her own. Her literal caption was, "I can steal my man back just fine." Good for her, I guess. So the funeral was over and I was apparently invited as well. Riley thought that it would be a last slap on my face as Cole would praise her and say kind words about her at the funeral. Neither of those happened. As soon as Riley passed, Cole was confronted with the truth of the situation. He stupidly avoided getting a lawyer to see what he was signing up for. He became her power of attorney and bore all her responsibilities in the end. And somehow he also took over the responsibility of the loan. Now he realized that he would have to sell the entire estate and then pay $5 million out of his pocket. He was not thrilled at all. He stormed out of the funeral even before the services were over. Me and Sean stayed to pay our respects and returned home only to find Cole there as well. He said, "I messed up big time, Evelyn. Riley played me like a fiddle. Yes, she gave me her assets, but she also made me sign over her debts. I had no idea. Now I have a $5 million debt. I'm ruined." Oh, I'm aware of that, Cole. I have known about it all along. You walked into a trap. What? You knew about the debt? Then why didn't you tell me, Evelyn? I would have been saved. What makes you think I would be interested in saving you? You betrayed me and moved in with Riley. You showed me what a gold digger you are. All those years you faked your love for me when all you wanted was my money. You think I would want to save you even after all this? Are you insane? Cole heard this and started to cry. He finally understood how badly he had messed up and how much he had lost. His craze for Riley's property revealed his gold-digging side to me. Now he had no way of arguing with me, so he cowardly resorted to begging and pleading, not to mention lots of crying as well. He kept saying, "I'm so sorry, Evelyn. I'm so sorry for everything. I shouldn't have done this." Sorry for what, Cole? For using me for money or abandoning me when you found a better deal? Which one are you sorry about? For everything, Evelyn. I beg for your forgiveness. Your love for me was real. Don't tell me it's all gone. Please give me a chance. I'll make things right. Don't make me laugh, Cole. There is no way in hell you will ever change. You only want me back because I have the means to get rid of your debt. Nothing else. Please, Evelyn, think about Sean. How will I take care of him if you don't help me out? I know you love him like a son. At least think about this. This sparked a round of laughter and applause from Sean himself. He understood the irony of the situation, how his father was now using him as a bargaining tool. I knew well enough that I didn't need to help Cole to help Sean. Sean said, "So, you're using me as a bargaining chip. Suddenly you remember that there is a son you can use for your own benefit?" "I'm not using you, Sean. I'm simply looking out for you. I am the only parent you have right now since your mother is already dead. I want the best for you. This is not about me." "You are not his only parent, Cole. I'm also his mother. He is also my son. You don't have to worry about Sean. He will be staying with me full time. I will take over all of his expenses. I won't need child support from you. And I turn 18 in a few months. After that, I won't need you at all, Dad. I'm perfectly capable of earning for myself even if Evelyn can't support me. Besides, I don't want you in my life anyway. Evelyn cares about me more than you anyway." Suddenly it hit Cole that he had lost his wife, his son, and his money at the same time, and he had no one besides him anymore. He was in a very deep hole that he had dug for himself. He started to cry again and plead for mercy. He made a lot of promises which we all knew were fake. Anyway, after wasting my time for a while, I told him to get off my property and never come back. Cole left, but only after I threatened him with the police. In the months that passed, Sean stayed with me permanently. I managed to make a college fund for him so that he could pursue his dreams. He is a bright student and got into an Ivy League college. I'm so proud of him. He is now completely cut off from Cole by his own will and doesn't want anything to do with him anymore. Cole had to sell his only property to meet the debts left over. It wasn't enough, of course, and he is still paying Riley's debt. He is close to filing for bankruptcy and doesn't know what to do. I'm living my best life with work and with my new dating life. Sean visits me on his breaks and even brings his longtime girlfriend along. She's a sweet girl and I really hope they get married someday. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the outcome and am now living life in peace.